Hey, hi, and welcome to another weekly connection. So I'll start out by the dude behind me is actually Lord Mahay, and he is one of my many masters throughout my life. He's very active with me in this senior part of my life, and he gave me conscious use of power as a technique when I was young, and many others. So today we want to talk about something we call the 90-second rule. Now, the 90-second rule is something you do when we as emotional beings react, and you're going to react. You are an emotional being. Don't suppress those feelings. It's not here for us to suppress. It is here for us to understand. So the 90-second rule is, quite simply, that you have a minute and a half to misbehave. So the story goes, and my students are all going to know this as I'm telling you. I was very young. I had a lot of pain, had a lot of issues as a youth. And one particular day, I was particularly sad. The pain was extremely bad, and I was crying in my room. I think it was Lord Katumi and Lord Mahay came in, and they said, well, you know what? We think you're having a really hard time and your life is really difficult. It's really awful, isn't it? You have such a bad life. I know you hurt and you're suffering. There's a lot of emotional issues. And I'm going, what the hell? And I'm listening to them and they're like, and we don't think you're giving this enough gusto for as bad as it is and as bad as you feel. So we want you to really belt it out, really get it out of there. And you have a minute and a half. And in a minute and a half, we want you back up here and back to work and back in the light. And that's what you get, a minute and a half. Because any longer than that, you're going to fall into drama. We don't want to fall into drama. We want to stay in the light. But we also want those experiences and the understanding that comes with those experiences every day and whenever they show up. So we want to feel glad when we feel glad. We want to feel sad when we feel sad. But only for a minute and a half. Now, glad, of course, not. Glad is all the time. But any of those negative actions, which is what we're trying to dissolve, right? Through the light. Those negative responses, you get a minute and a half. And you can be as proficient in French as you wish. Good for you. French away for a minute and a half. Because you don't want to suppress these feelings that we have as light seeds. We need to understand and grow from them. We're not going to grow from these things if we're suppressing that. So you do express yourself, right? Look what happened there. And that's what happens, is that as you get more proficient in reversing negative energy, you don't respond as negatively to those emotions. Now, you can still speak French because speaking French is fun. But you don't get so caught up in that emotion of whatever is happening. You spill something all over the counter instead of going, you're like, look what I did. Right? And that's the difference. So you want to follow the minute and a half rule because you want to express and you do not want to hold a grudge or hold that energy or put yourself in a dramatic place. Drama stinks. And our job as light seeds is to get out of the drama. It's not going to stop drama. It's going to change how you react to drama, how you respond to drama, and how it resolves. Because this is still dual earth, still full of polarity, yin and yang and yada yada. So We live where we live. We are where we are. And we are doing the job that we are doing in order to bring away the darkness and shift it to light, as we said last week. So sending the light is always the answer, whatever happened. Whether you spilled. In my case, today, I spilled coffee grounds from a coffee bag all over the kitchen counter. I said, "Congratulations, Jack, you did a great job." And proceeded to clean it up. So you don't get so mad at yourself or at others anymore. The more that you practice being a light seed, the more that you know that you are the one in control, not the forces around you. So it allows you to be kinder, mostly to yourself. So you should absolutely express yourself 100% in a non-violent way. I mean, I wasn't going to spill coffee grounds all over the counter and go, "Aww." I was going to have some comment. And it was fine. It is fine. Because I made a mess. And now I had to clean it up. So that's a very mild version of things that go on, but it's an example that happened today. Because spilling things and banging into things pretty much happens every day in my life. All right. So, you know, you really want to use the 90-second rule all the time, 24/7. So let's go and be the light as mature light beings that we are. And not 2-year-olds having temper tantrums anymore. Because that's what the earth is made up of. 2-year-olds having temper tantrums. Coming from their ego-based selves and not their love-based selves. So let's shift it inside ourselves. Embrace that you are in duality. And don't get uptight about it. That's the name of the game. Don't get uptight and don't fall into drama. So let's do it. So let's bring that light in through the top of our head. Yummy, yummy. Gold, thick, viscous light. And it comes, I was on my tiptoes. I had to put my feet down. It comes down through your body, out your feet, and into the earth. And the mother says, "Yippee, here you are. Let's go. Let's go for a ride on planet Earth." And she holds on to you. And you bring your light all the way down and around her grid system, her energy field, so you can hold on tight. And you bring that light around that grid, back, up your back, and she comes with you with an essence of herself all the way up the top of your head, back to source, and then around again. And you just orbit. Keep orbiting, because that connects you on heaven and earth. Keeps you solid in the face of any Oogie Bear or anything else that goes on. Because the name of the game here is understanding, love, and compassion, and kindness. And now we bring that light up, and it waterfalls all the way out the top of your head to all 12 of your beautiful, beautiful auras, including the 5 new ones, which are jumping all around, having a good time, learning and teaching. And we feel the well of the mother, and we emphasize the well of the mother, because the well of the mother is going to allow us to see and to understand unity consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is the first step. And in cosmic consciousness, which is our goal right now, is to know that we are part of a whole, that we are not separate, We're not separated from anything, anyone at all. And it's here that we get to play with the nature spirits of the earth and all her elementals and all the loving energy that they share. And they are waiting and so anxious. I was talking to some of them. I had been away and I came in and they were so happy that I was home. And they, they are waiting. They were talking about how much they are waiting and waiting for humanity to come back to the light. We fell at the time of Atlantis very far, farthest it's ever been fallen, with the duality, with the error, with all sorts of obstacles. And now we're coming out of that. Yay. Because there have been atrocities on earth through these dark ages. And now you are part of the force that is bringing in the light. It's a good job. But you have to keep yourself from going into the dark, because then you're not. And it's your job to keep yourself light. That is your job. And to wear your light shield 24/7. So the well of the mother will help you see and understand other creatures, other beings, other ways. And the root chakra, aura, then sings the song with 12 strands and beautiful harmonies, because it's in harmony with nature. And the sacral chakra doesn't hold on to malice or premeditated thoughts of bad things. It only holds love and understanding, even when people behave poorly. And we use the conscious use of power on the spleen to dissolve our ego-based self. We change our ego from self-serving to selfless love, unconditional love. And then we shoot out our solar plexus, which is the power center, not the ego, self-driven power, but love, unconditional love, which is true power. It's ultimately the only thing that works. You can't solve these problems, as Einstein said, at the same vibration from which they were created. Change your vibration and solve your problems with light. It takes practice, but it's really fun once you get the hang of it. And then we go up to our empathic shield. Excuse me. Our empathic shield, sitting on the liver, is that place within us that effervesces emotion. So you want it to effervesce love, kindness, and compassion, because anything else other than that is duality. And it is where we learn not to judge, but to love. So that we radiate that light out our heart and share it with all of humanity, so that they can let go of drama, the things they think are real, and feel happy. That's all that we're after, is happiness. And then on our conscious intention, so important that our intention is to be light. Our intention is to be kind and compassionate. And that we share that love and we spread that love everywhere we go, everything that we do. And we manifest that. And the earth will shift out of duality because of every breath and every effort you take to rid the duality, to get rid of the dark and negative thoughts and move into light and move into love. Because that's what we express. That's who we really are. And we have no doubt, because we wear our crown as a light seed, shiny and bright. And the telepathic notch is starting to sing as more and more of us become light. So be the light. Not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but every moment of every day. And if you need 90 seconds, take it, have a good time, and come right back. So I love you all. Practice it. Just practice being the light. Shift your thoughts out of the duality and into the light. And we will get there. And we will shift and change humanity. As the earth vibrates higher, we will take the ride up to the 5th dimension. And we'll be there soon. So in the meantime, I'll see you next week. And I love you. Bye-bye.